Hey guys, it's Destry, continuing on with my more informal video stuff. But anyway, I'm here in my Oregon yard, Zone 8B, and I am going to show you a couple things I have in mind. This is part of that equation, but I have a few things I want to do in this garden bed today, and then maybe a couple more things in the greenhouse. Just depends on how much time we have, so let's get going. There's finally a break in the rain, and I was looking at my Japanese maple over here. You can see all of my bulbs are spent, and it's been very, very rainy. So anyway, I'm noticing these limbs that are right on top of my peonies, and as this tree gets bigger, it's gorgeous, and it will, you know, perk up a little bit once the sun comes out and not be so droopy. But I am noticing some of these bottom stems or branches I might need to limb up. So I did limb it up last year, and I just kind of wanted to show you. Hopefully you can kind of see the structure of that, even though there's the fence behind. But anyway, I've got a couple smaller stems and just a few things I want to trim back. Not so bad here. My lavender is blooming, or it's, you know, coming out here of dormancy, so I do have some blooms. But I am noticing this Japanese maple, so I might trim that back a little bit. Eventually I'm going to come back and clean up some of these spent bulbs, but the lupin's looking really good. It has perked up and it's looking good there. The peony I planted's looking good, and the hollyhock is surviving back here, kind of back here in this edging. So anyway, I think my peonies are going to need a little bit more light, so you can see they're budded out, but these branches that are really laying heavy on them, I think I'm going to limb those up today. So that's my first thing I'm going to work on, and let me show you one other thing I have in mind. So here's another to-do that I have. You can see I set the terracotta pot here, but this raspberry bush has decided to just, you know, take advantage of this little hole in this pot and sprout up the way it wants to. But it's looking amazing. I just got this last year, and I definitely need to pot this up. In fact, I might look and see if I have even a bigger pot than that, because I can't believe how much growth it's put on, and it's putting on blooms. So I'm excited to do something about that situation. So here's the real thing I need to tackle, like within the next couple days, and honestly it's been on my mind for a while. But this bush here, for some reason, you know, one is just a lot taller than the other. I looked down underneath and I think it is only 2 bushes, but you can see it's just, the more it grows in for the spring, the more scraggly it looks. And I'm not sure why there's this kind of hole right here. Like I wouldn't have it, like I wouldn't mind having it all the way that tall, but because that spot's there, I'm thinking I'm gonna need to trim it back, which is probably better in the long run. But I'm thinking about just, you know, going straight across there and making that even, and maybe doing the sides. I'm trying to decide if I want to do like straight on the sides, you know, or like more rounded. I'm leaning towards rounded. So anyway, I have an electric trimmer that I just need to hook up to. Hey guys, hey, knock it off. Come on. I need to hook to an extension cord. I need to go find an extension cord, but I'm hoping to take care of that, if not today, within the next couple of days. And then lastly, if I can get it done today, I have 2 hollyhocks, not hollyhocks, sorry, columbine that I need to get in the ground here. And I showed you these in a previous video. I also need to get this topiary into that pot. So anyway, more to work on here. Things are loving the rain, but you know, I'm ready for some sun. So anyway, things are looking pretty good. Another thing I've really noticed is this poor my rhodie. I don't know what's happening. I mean, obviously it's gorgeous and blooming, but the blooms are so heavy. I feel like, I don't know, some of this just seems really stressed to me. Like if I was to trim it back better. So like here's the back of it. Tell me what you think in the comments. If you are adept at rhodies, let me know. But I mean, definitely this piece that's like hanging down, I feel like it needs trimmed better than I either know how to do or that I did last year. Maybe it is, I mean, I feel like I trimmed it a little bit last year, but maybe, you know, it just needs more pruning. So tell me in the comments what you think. So that's seriously like a ton of projects for one afternoon. So I'm gonna get to it. I'm just gonna set up my tripod and work and see how far I get. So wish me luck. All right, I'm finished with the Japanese maple and I'm feeling a lot better about things. I feel like I needed to see that trunk a little bit better and it's more defined now from the front. Here's what I let go. And you can see it's actually putting on seed, which I'm very excited about. You guys know I like to propagate my Japanese maples, so probably should have left those until they went to seed, but you know what? It's fine. It needed to be limbed up. So that's what I let go of, which again, I might just go like throw that in a vase or something. But anyway, I cleaned up the back quite a bit to make room for the peony. And then just the lower branches, just to kind of, again, just limit up, make sure everything has room here. So yeah, it's looking a lot better. So on to the next project. Not working. Not really at all. I'm afraid of this. This is really frustrating because these trimmers do not work very well. They're not sharp. I can't even get them to turn on. And they're not cutting anything anyway, even when I get them on. So I think I'm done with these. I think I either need a new pair or turn off. I won't be able to get them back on again. And you have to hold down the trigger the whole time. So I think I need a new pair of these. I can't get it going again. Turn off for no reason. Literally, they turn off for no reason at all. I give up on that. I'm gonna go get my clippers. friends, that was a really rough go, I have to say, between the extension cord that I could not unwind, to the needing 2 extension cords, to the trimmer not working, and then to have it look like this. I'm not thrilled. I wish it was more tidy. I don't know. I mean, I was kind of looking at it. Hey, I was looking at it, and there's, you know, there's 2 distinct bushes here. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know. It's too hard to see on camera, but anyway, there's 2 bushes here. So my thought is, do I kind of trim them to look like, you know, 2 different spheres and stop trying to grow them across? I guess my initial thought was I'm just going to grow them, you know, across and try to make more of a hedge. I mean, it's better. It doesn't have that big hunk up there, but I think I could go even more severe, and I just wish it was a little bit more tidy. But I don't know. Tell me what you think. I mean, I did take quite a bit off. I wish I knew what kind of bush this was. If you guys have any ideas in the comments, can you let me know? Because it definitely was here when we arrived, and I do think it's pretty. I mean, their leaves are kind of silver underneath, but it does, you know, it is pretty fast growing, and it's just kind of, you know, it's a little hard to maintain. So next up is this hydrangea, and I'm trying to decide. I might not have time for this today, and I might wait until this hydrangea dries, because it has been nonstop rain. So I know that it's very weighted down with water, and I don't want to make any rash decisions about pruning, but I also can see that the way that it's currently pruned isn't good for the plant, or at least that's my thought, is it needs kind of a more major prune. I have to say, my blueberries, I did a major prune on them, and they are putting forth a lot of new growth down here, so that is a good sign. And everything else, you know, up on top, they're looking good, and they're definitely in a better shape. Now I still have this one piece that's, you know, it's not tied back from the others, and so I think I might let that go as well. And again, it's pushing new growth from the bottom, and so that's, I think, what you kind of want to see at this point. So anyway, those are looking good, but yeah, the hydrangea's looking a little sad. I mean, it's gorgeous, but you know what I mean. So the last thing I'm going to do is plant up the columbine. That'll finish up my tasks for today. And yeah, I get frustrated sometimes, but you know, life goes on, gardening goes on. So I'm going to get these last 2 things in the ground, and hopefully I'll cheer up a little bit. Thanks for hanging out with me in the yard today. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.